Please use the pause button if you would like more time to read this disclaimer.
Today we're going to be using our Air Decay Test Set to demonstrate for you the back pressure test and the air decay test. We've prepared our fuel cell trainer by removing all internal components in accordance with the items, and we are now ready for back pressure testing. Throughout this demonstration we will be simulating steps requiring low pressure air as it is currently unavailable. We will now begin test set testing. For the first step, you're going to make sure the test set is on a level surface and visually inspect the test set, hose assemblies, and the grounding cable for damage or loose missing components. Set valve 1 to off. Set valve 2 to open. Rotate regulator control knob fully counterclockwise. Remove dust cap from pressure decay air outlet. Connect one end of the pressure decay hose assembly to the pressure decay air outlet. Install the provided captive test plug into the open end and then tighten fittings. Connect shop air supply hose to primary shop air input. Facility shop compressed air must be filtered and moisture free to perform this task. Set valve 1 to press decay. Set regulator by rotating control knob clockwise until pressure decay gauge indicates 5.25 plus or minus 0.25 psig. Set valve 1 to off. Set valve 2 to closed. Allow the air temperature in your test set to stabilize. A sudden decrease in the differential pressure gauge reading is normal and indicates an unstable air temperature. The needle on the differential pressure gauge will drift. This is normal and a sign of thermal instability. Allow the gauge needle to drift until it stops. When the needle stops drifting, it is an indication that the air temperature has stabilized. Failure to allow the temperature to stabilize will provide incorrect indications. Set valve 2 to open and then to closed. Zero out the differential pressure gauge by adjusting the small slotted screw located in the lower area of the dial face. Monitor your differential pressure gauge for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes of observation, differential pressure gauge must indicate a delta pressure reading of 0.00 inches of water to pass. Now that our test set has passed its integrity test, we will disconnect hoses and shut off the regulator. Now that everything is disconnected and purged, we will proceed with the back pressure test. Please ensure that your aircraft is statically grounded. Position test set on aircraft upper deck near the fuel cell to be tested. The test set must be positioned on the upper deck as near as possible to the fuel cell under test. Test hose assemblies are 10 feet in length. The test set operator must be able to operate the test set and maintain communication with the technician inside the fuel cell. Connect grounding cable to the test set grounding receptacle. Clamp opposite end to the aircraft grounding pin located on the upper deck. To prevent damage to the test set, operators must dissipate static potential by touching or gripping an approved designated static ground source. Set valve 1 to off. Rotate regulator control knob fully counterclockwise. Connect facility air supply hose to the primary shop air input. Connect back pressure hose assembly to back pressure air outlet. GoPro. The test set includes 2 back pressure hose assemblies, one with a straight collet and one with a 90-degree collet. Use the hose assembly that will best fit the fuel tank under test. Remove 74 Delta 466027 tack 2033 washer from the lowest button fitting located where the 74 Alpha 588133 bracket is installed. Connect 74D 460625 tack 2033 hose assembly to button fitting on forward wall. Set valve 1 to back press. Rotate regulator clockwise until desired inflation of fuel cell bladder is achieved. Do not exceed 25 inches of water as indicated, back press gauge. Test unit operator must be able to visually observe the test unit and maintain communication with technicians stationed in the fuel cell during test procedures. Using leak test compound Mil-Tac PRF TAC 25567, inspect entire fuel cell and all fittings for leaks. Upon completion of back pressure tests, release the pressure by rotating the regulator control knob counterclockwise. Disconnect the hose from the button fitting, reinstall a washer and bolt on the button fitting, and repair and replace damage as required. We have completed our back pressure test and will now begin preparing for the air decay test. Installing caps on sidewall and tank floor. Installing caps on tank sidewall. Installing fittings, caps, and washers from tank aft wall. Installing caps, plugs, and fitting assemblies on forward wall, ensuring to install caps on electrical receptacle retainers. Install adapter plate assembly on access cover. Use the fuel quantity probe bolts and washers. Installing vent cover and seals on access cover. Set valve 1 to off. Set valve 2 to open. Rotate regulator control knob fully counterclockwise. Connect hose assembly to test set press decay air outlet. Connect the opposite end of the pressure decay hose to the adapter plate assembly. If previously disconnected, reconnect shop air. Set valve 1 to press decay. Rotate regulator clockwise until press decay gauge indicates 5.25 plus or minus 0.25 psig. Go. Periodically rotating valve 1 between pressure decay and off allows the operator to monitor pressure buildup in the fuel cell as it nears 5.25 plus or minus 0.25 psig. As you can see, there is no buildup of pressure due to LP or shop air not being available. The remainder of this test will be simulated and explained. Set valve 1 to off. Set valve 2 to closed. Observe pressure decay gauge until pressure stabilizes at 5.25 plus or minus 0.5 psig. A sudden decrease in the differential pressure gauge reading is normal and indicates an unstable air temperature. Cycle valve 2 open, then to closed. Zero out differential press gauge by adjusting the small slotted screw located in the lower area of the dial face. Monitor the differential press gauge for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, the differential pressure gauge must indicate a delta pressure reading of less than 0.02 inches of water to pass. With a delta pressure reading less than 0.02 inches of water, air decay test is complete. Pressure test equipment must be removed. Fuel cell installation can be completed. This concludes our demonstration of the Air Decay Test Set. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for watching this video. And don't forget to fill out the survey down below in the comments section and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also feel free to leave comments there.